You've probably heard of Agent 007, Bond, James Bond. But have you heard of Agent W5, the Spy from PEI?
My great-grandfather, Clifton Stewart, was the spy from PEI. He was born in 1919 on a farm in Hampshire, PEI. He never went past grade 8 in school, but he loved to figure out how things worked. He taught himself Morse code and ham radio. When World War II broke out, he went to enlist. "You know Morse code and ham radio," said the military. "You can be a spy." Like Ian Fleming, author of the James Bond series, Cliff Stewart became an agent with British Security Coordination. BSC was a top-secret organization set up in New York City by Sir Winston Churchill himself. BSC was on the 36th floor of Rockefeller Center. Its office read British passport control, but its real goal was to circulate anti-German propaganda and to convince America to join the war. BSC was headed by Canadian Sir William Stevenson and American Bill Donovan. Agent W5 worked out of Rockefeller Center, but also at Camp X, BSC's covert commando training facility on Lake Ontario near Whitby. Camp X officially opened on December 6, 1941, the day before America entered the war.
My great-grandfather, he always said it was open long before that. Camp X was one of the first commando training camps. Training prepared special operatives to survive behind enemy lines. Skills taught at Camp X included sabotage, subversion, unarmed combat, encoding and decoding, demolition, parachute training, and silent killing. Graduates of Camp X worked throughout the war as secret agents, intelligence officers, security personnel, resistance fighters, communications agents, and psychological warfare experts. Many, men and women both, were captured, tortured, and executed, and none received recognition for their service.
But my great-grandfather was lucky. The Spy from PEI's main work was communications. Camp X's intelligence center was Hydra, a radio transmitter that sent and received intelligence information for the Allies. My great-grandfather worked directly on Hydra and on the tape cipher machines called RockX. The RockX passed messages between Rockefeller Center, Camp X, and Bletchley Park in Britain. My great-grandfather ran communications at the Tehran Conference and at the very first United Nations Conference. Agent W5 also worked behind enemy lines during the war. He parachuted into occupied France and Yugoslavia to set up radio communications for local resistance and partisan forces. In 2010, the year before he died, a Lysander 416 spy taxi from 1939 was restored and flown to PEI to be dedicated in Cliff Stewart's name. After the war, Camp X officially closed. However, it turned from fighting Nazis to fighting the Cold War. My great-grandfather and great-grandmother remained at Camp X until 1949, even though Cliff's papers indicate he was released in 1946. But my grandfather Tom was born at Camp X in late 1947.
So I am a direct descendant of a story that will never be fully told. A story from which Canadians can learn about the unsung bravery of ordinary people who did extraordinary things. This is the story of Agent W5, the spy from PEI.